The best mini electric skateboard just got a lot better. Hey guys, Gabi here from Ray Studios, and today I'm gonna be reviewing the Tynee Mini. First, let's do a quick unboxing. Immediately as you open it, we can see this beautiful Tynee Mini 2. We also got a letter from CEO of Tynee, Aiden, that also included a couple of stickers inside the letter, and yeah, this is a handwritten letter. That's very thoughtful. We got the instruction manual, a couple of tools, a couple of extra belts, the charging cable for the remote and for the board, and of course the charging brick. And we also have the remote control. Alright guys, so here it is, the Tynee Mini 2.
Yo, Gabi, that's the one.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Here it is, the Tynee Mini 2, and as you can see, yeah, it looks almost exactly the same as the Tynee Mini 1, but this one is on steroids. It's a lot more powerful with a bigger battery, and there are a few changes here and there. When it comes to the deck and the grip tape, they're pretty much identical. The changes come once you turn this around, and you can see we now have different painting. We have here the name Mini 2. We also have a nose guard to protect it from bumping into stuff. That is also double down as a track racers. And we also have a brake pad and brake lights. Now, if you look very closely, right here, we can see that we also have right in there improved water resistance. So I believe this is IPX7. So yeah, I wouldn't ride this on the rain. That's quite dangerous, but you know, if you must, at least you know that the board can take it. If you are not familiar with Tynee, that's because they're a relatively new company. But the Tynee CEO, Aiden, he used to be the CEO of Wago Boards, and Wago Boards have been around for a very long time. Also, Aiden happened to be a pretty hardcore e-skater. So a lot of experience and knowledge goes into these electric skateboards. Now, if you haven't seen the review of the Tynee Mini 1, I'll give you a quick rundown. So this is a shortboard with some really nice concaves. It have a kickstand, and the tracks are mounted on racers. The difference between the 1 and the 2 is that we now have lights that they get activated when you hit the brakes. Take a look at that. Once you brake, the lights goes on, so that's quite good for safety when you're riding at night. And now we also have a front bumper to protect it so the deck doesn't get damaged. We also have a much better water resistance, and the remote is basically the same. We have a screen with a lot of information. It is pretty comfortable, and the best feature on this remote is that because it has hobby wind, this is a hobby wind remote, and it has motor detection, which means you can turn on and turn off the board from the remote. Okay guys, that's it. I'm going now, I'm gonna go ride this piece. Alright guys, after a couple of days of riding the Tynee Mini 2, I gotta say, I'm very impressed. It rides phenomenal. It has hobby wind ESC, which makes acceleration and braking pretty smooth. The concave on the deck is just very comfortable and intuitive. It gives me great feedback for where I put my feet, and overall it's pretty comfortable. We have 95A durometers on the bushings and 78A durometer on the wheels, and it handles bad roads pretty well. Same as the Tynee Mini 1, the carving experience is just second to none when it comes to electric shortboards. It's just very, very good, very intuitive, very natural. It just feels fantastic. To be honest, I probably dare to say that this is the best carving board when it comes to electric shortboard. We have two 850 watt very powerful motors with a 363 watt molicel battery. Now, in case you don't know, molicel batteries means that this board will probably last you a lot longer than other boards, as molicel is the highest standard when it comes to battery. When it comes to acceleration and braking, I haven't noticed a very big difference between the Mini 1 and the Mini 2. As a matter of fact, I did test it head to head and there was almost no difference. But there is a big difference on the top speed. On the Mini 1 it's just 38 kilometers per hour, while on the Mini 2 is a whopping 45 kilometers per hour. Now, on an electric shortboard, that's just insane. But some people like to ride very fast. Not me, I feel it's a little bit danger. But here is the great thing. Even so it's really good for carrying, it is also very stable at high speed. The other big upgrade that I have noticed with the Tynee Mini 2 is that now it climbs really good. I mean, it's probably one of the best hill climbers on the electric shortboard category. I cannot like just not worry anymore, and because I live surrounded by mountains. I mean, exactly where I live, it's just mountains everywhere. So riding this board is, very relaxing, because with other boards I always worry that I'm gonna run out of battery. So that didn't happen with the Tynee Mini 2 because I have a pretty big battery and the power is also sufficient that it can carry me up without much effort. So in conclusion, the Mini 2 is probably the best electric shortboard on the market today. Before, the Mini 1 was my favorite, and as you can imagine, now it's the Mini 2. I really highly recommend it. By the way guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give this thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I'll leave links in the description down below in case you want to buy the Tynee Mini 2. You will get a little discount. I get a very tiny little commission, so you will help this channel grow. So I highly appreciate it if you use my affiliate links. I'm Gabby, you've been watching Ray Studios. I'll catch you up on the next video.